The United Nations top human rights official in Afghanistan has meanwhile warned that the country is descending into a humanitarian catastrophe. The country is facing conflict, drought, and the shortage of international aid is already hitting the population days after the US military ended its mission in the country. The UN official warned that by the end of September, stocks provided by the World Food Programme will run out.
What we have said before is by the end of September, the stocks which World Food Programme has in the country we will be out of stocks. We will not be able to provide those essential food items because we will be out of stocks. And for us to keep the current demand, we need at least $200 million only for the food sector to be able to provide the food to the most vulnerable. And those most vulnerable are children. More than half of the children in the age of under 5 right now and in extreme state of malnutrition. That's what it means. And those children will not get food. And that's beside the fact that actually at least 1/3 plus of this country's population right now is not sure that that family will have a meal every day or not.
The United Nations plans to make an appeal for emergency funding to ship more food to the country. At least $200 million is required. Half of all Afghan children, especially those under age of 5, are already in an extreme state of malnutrition. Even before the current upheaval, some 18 million people, or half the population, depended on emergency aid to meet their basic needs. 14 million people, that's around 35% of Afghanistan's population, were already facing acute food insecurity before the Taliban takeover, according to the World Food Programme. A $1.3 billion funding request from earlier in the year has so far netted less than $400 million. And to add to that, the conflict, Afghanistan is in the grips of its second drought in 4 years, making matters worse. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.